Over the centuries, we've had lots of historians and researchers visit Durham to see the Magna Cartas and to research them. But that led to a slightly unfortunate accident for the 1225 issue in the 1740s. At that time, there was a local historian and doctor called Christopher Hunter. And we know that Hunter did an awful lot of research on the Durham archive and the Durham manuscripts. He was busy writing various histories of the cathedral and of the region, and this material was vital research for that. However, one day when he was looking at the 1225 Magna Carta in the reading room, he spilt a bottle of ink over it. Fortunately, the damage wasn't too extensive. Not too much of the text was obscured, but there is still to this day a mark on the parchment. You can track the path of the ink as it's spilt over. How this happened is an interesting story in its own right, because we know that Christopher Hunter was teetotal, and his biographer tells us that instead of strong liquor, he instead took to drinking strong coffee. Coffee back in the 1700s would have been quite a thick, potent brew, a bit like a double espresso. And apparently, Hunter drank up to 24 cups a day. His biographer tells us that this might have been the cause of the occasional twitching fits that he had, which passed within a few moments and left him with no ill effects. But the ill effects were that he spilt the ink on Magna Carta. And that's also the reason why we only allow people to use pencils next to original documents today. This had catastrophic consequences for Hunter's research, though, because ever after he was excluded from the library, he was never allowed to access the Durham manuscripts and archives again, and it completely changed the direction of his research because he couldn't finish his book. However, it's not entirely a sad story, because after his death, the cathedral did actually buy quite a lot of his research notes, and we've still got them for modern researchers to consult today. The stain is still visible on the parchment today, so if you visit the exhibition, make sure you have a look and see if you can spot it.